And there we are. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just going to let the algorithm do its thing and let Georgie settle in for her thing so that we can do our thing on this most blessed day, this most incredible, powerful, incredibly magnificent, sacred day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm thinking I might actually go live on my phone. Let's see. Let's have a boo here. I don't think so. Hmm. Let's see. Somebody's watching me. It's so funny. I just watched that video from like the 80s. I always feel like somebody's watching. Anyway, it turns out it was Rockwell. Do you remember that? That singer Rockwell? Yeah, that singer Rockwell. That was so cool. Okay, so here I am. Here we are. Here we are. Just a moment here. It's telling me I've got to fix my I don't know how to do that. No, wait. I think that's what we're talking about right here. Anyway, here we are. Hi. I see there's a couple of people. Hello. Hi, Amanda. Hi. Oh, look, there's the chat. I'm just learning how to work this stuff. Oh my goodness. Hey. All right. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Who else do we have here? All right. So let me see. Can you see me now, Cheryl? I don't know if you can see me now or not. You were just asking about that. Let's see if I can see who's actually watching me. I don't even know. I'm just gonna let the algorithm do its thing and see if we can pick up some stuff. Hold on. Can you see me? I don't know if you can see me. Okay, let's see. These candles. This is for my Day of the Dead energy, honoring. And I have to admit they were all burning beautifully bright and strong. And then the wax started to take on its own experience. And quite honestly, yeah. So here we are. Anyway, okay. We're here. We're here. Can you guys see me okay? Can somebody tell me, is it lagging? I just want to make sure it's not lagging before I start because I do want to lead a connection, Amanda, which you're very familiar with, but a connection and a clearing. And I don't want there to be a lag. Although I do not for a moment believe it, there's any mistakes, coincidence, or accidents. Is everything okay? Do we see? How do we feel? It's okay? Not lagging. Whoa, hi, Jane. So nice to see you. Woo hoo hoo. Hey, oh God. Okay. Good. Wow. It's such a great time. Thank you. Hi, Joy. Hi. It's okay to really beautiful. Okay. This is Samhain. This, my friends, let's just go ahead and get going on here. This is the turning of the wheel in the pagan traditions at a time where, there we are, at a time where we are experiencing the final harvest. And the final harvest is the last reaping of our rewards, the last counting of our blessings, for this year, specifically physically, not necessarily metaphorically or energetically or spiritually, of course, for that matter. But it's very symbolic of the whole trick or treating and the loot bag concept, where you dump it all out at the end of the night and you sort of see what you've got, right? From your efforts, from your everything, from your everything, from your whole year's worth of work, you know? Walking around as a child with your pillowcase or your bags, gathering all of those wonderful treats and treasures. That was the reward. It was this beautiful symbology that was taking place. But really, what it is about is literally the harvesting, the recognizing of what's serving you, what's useful to take into the winter, into the next part of our journey, and what isn't, and what serves to let go, what serves to let go. And over the years, over the year rather, it we accumulate a great deal of things. We grow, we expand, we move into new skin, we move it out of old skin, we do all of these things. And yet at the same time, um, there's an accumulation of that experience for this particular year end inventory cycle. So a lot of people are going through a lot of stuff. A lot of people are going through a lot of stuff. I'd actually make notes so I didn't miss out on anything and do anything wrong here. Not that or anything ever happens wrong, as we know. Thank God it's not lagging because it keeps telling me that my frequency is not that great. How very, very funny for it to say that because I quite honestly believe my frequency is very, very great. Great. So let's do a little housekeeping first because that's just the way it is. Hey to everybody in the chat. I will do my very best to multitask and do this like I'm supposed to and keep an eye on the chat as well as do what I'm here to do tonight. I really wanted to come on live this time and hopefully this video turns out great and easy to watch for people, but I really want to connect people and help people do some clearing for themselves because it's really important. Tonight especially is a very powerful energetic release, and what happens is there's an accumulation and a culmination of energy that gets expelled and sort of expelled into the universe, into the ethers, and a lot of that can take with it with it our stuff, the stuff that doesn't work, that doesn't serve, the stuff that we've now recognized at the end of this day, literally as stuff that just no longer serves our purpose or our highest good and can be let go. It's stuff that has been skin we have shed or ideas we have evolved from and transcended or whatever, grown away from, grown out of, whatever it may be. So it's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful time. And as we move into the winter time here in this particular hemisphere, um, it's a good time for reflection, a beautiful time for reflection. So the housekeeping is this: two things I want to mention, actually three, but anyway, two things, but three parts to it. Housekeeping is the readings until 6 o'clock tomorrow night. If you are interested in getting a reading because a lot of stuff is happening in your life, PM me, message me. If you have my email, then email me. But I can tell you right now, I'm offering 25% off on readings, which brings you down to 131.25, well, 24 actually, which is actually the date. If you catch it, if you're swift enough. Anyway, no coincidences, no mistakes, and no accidents to that. 131.24. And that's an hour-long reading. And if you've had a reading with me before, darn well that's a really good deal. And you get a lot of information in it. If you haven't had a reading before with me, then now's your time, because if shift is happening in your life, if shifts are happening in your life, and if you know what else is happening in your life, then maybe you need to talk to me because I probably can tell you stuff about it that you don't see for yourself right now. And I do want to say I'm on the third intake, by the way. This is so cool. Third intake of the Divine Warrior Goddess Boot Camp. Divine Warrior Goddess Boot Camp. How cool is that? Divine Warrior Goddess, God/Des, because it's male and female, and I have males and females in this program. Third intake I'm on right now. Third intake. It's amazing. And we have basic training that you can go through. We have the light worker level up where you go from light worker to light warrior in this beautiful level up of embracing the ego and radical reform. It's an incredible experience that for the first time in 12 years of coaching, people has left me absolutely speechless. So I have to tell you, if you're in that space and my guides and everybody say you're good to go with this particular program, then I highly recommend you get in on it because right now I'm offering it on a special deal as well. Um, you can't make this stuff up, folks. So PM me to find out what that is and whether or not you're ready to work this stuff. Definitely the time for that. Also, that special Samhain price is only going to be for now, right? It's only going to be for the next few days. So just so you know, it also comes with an opportunity, by the way, to not only join the boot camp in its entirety, but also to take on not just the level up, but the the special operations. The special ops corps is a phenomenal category of the boot camp because it deals with people who actually are working this stuff on a professional level, working energy, working healing, working with traditions, with all of those things that are helping people to clear, cleanse, heal, right? All of those things, empowering traditions and modalities. And so that special ops, which is the enlightened entrepreneurs, the special elite core, it's absolutely a must have when it comes down to the Divine Warrior Boot Camp. So if you're in that position and you're certainly interested in looking into that, boot, definitely either email me or PM me on that one. Okay, okay. Out of that business is out of the way. You got to do business when you're self-employed. You know how it is, folks. We know how it is. All right. I'm so glad y'all love me because those first couple of minutes of commercial and time is not always easy. It's shameless self-promotion, but you know what? That's how you found me. More than likely, is somehow, some way, it's because somebody was talking about me or I was talking about me to somebody. And that's okay. You know why? Because we're all here on a mission and I'm here to help people on theirs. And if I can do that and others are telling people about it, I'm good. So we're doing that. Okay. Tonight, because it is sewing, I really want to recommend a couple of things for you. Very simple practices that we can do and also teach our children about. Pardon me, but feasting the dead is a very important practice. And whatever traditions you have, if you're of the Indigenous First Nations or Anishinaabe traditions, you'll find that there's a way for you to honor, of course, your dead and you feast them in your own ways, of course. But here in the pagan traditions of Samhain and the Celtic traditions of Samhain, and the honoring of the Day of the Dead, I have always buried apples. This year, I'm burying three apples in particular. Honeycrisp, because the fruits of my labor are so, so sweet, and I'm so grateful for them. And I want them, those in spirit who are passing through my western gate, to actually reap the rewards of my sweet rewards as well. Macintosh, because Macintosh, if you cut it open, is actually one of my favorite examples of the pentagram. No coincidences to that, folks. Absolutely a five-pointed star. Why? Because we are five-pointed stars. We are pentagrams. We are all pentagrams. You see that right there on my arm? See that right there? Yeah, that's a pentagram. And the pentagram is all of the elements that we are made up of and spirit. Because without that spirit, there's no animation. There's no life force. We're not here. We're just physical matter that's dense. And a Spartan apple. Now, the Spartan apple is so that they have that Spartan energy, that fiery, moving food through into the next spaces with confidence and courage energy. And I'm kind of hoping that it has a little extra energy left over and maybe grow a little tree for me in this case. But we'll see. But definitely in the Western Gate, bury your apples. It's a very simple tradition, but it's very powerful, and it's been done for thousands and thousands of years. So why not go ahead and amplify your energy with that? The energy that they're counting on anyway, because they're passing through that gate, and you might as well. The other thing I'm going to do this year that I don't do all the time, but have in the past sometimes, is actually drop a beautiful goblet of wine, because that's also a sign of opulence and abundance and the finer things in life. And definitely, we really appreciate the finer things in life. So, although I don't have my glass of, or my goblet, or my chalice here, it's actually being prepared for a nice little dose of wine for the god and the goddess and all of the ancestors who are passing through. Spirits for the spirits. There we go. Okay. So because it's sewing and the veil is gone, there's no gone, there's no veil. There's no veil. I'm just going to let you all know this right now. I have not since 2019. I'm going to say this. Since 2019, I have personally not seen, felt, or noticed a veil anything thicker than it normally would be of gossamer right now. Like for the last 4 or 5 years since October 2019, it's been so thin. And it took me until December. I may have, told this story before. You may already hear this. I've heard this before. I've heard this from me before, but I got to tell you, since 2019, and it took me till December to realize, oh my Lord, what's going on with the veil? What is happening with the veil? There's no veil. Usually it returns to its quasi thickness. Since 2012, it hasn't actually gone back to its original thickness, which was like this big. You know, however, you can explain that in literal terms when you're psychic and you're talking about energy. But anyway, it hasn't been. Every year since 2012, it has not closed like it used to. Got thinner, thinner. And I'm like, what's going on? It doesn't get fatter and fatter anymore. What's happening? There's no big barrier between us and the spirit world. And when 2019 came along and I asked my guides, they said, everybody needs to know that spirit is right there, right here, right there with us. That there's nothing. There's just a concept, a visual acuity that allows you to either see or not see, tune in or not tune in to that realm, to that space that is just beyond the spectrum that we are all visually acute with. And so I was like, okay, I don't understand why we need to be so clear and aware that spirit is right with us. But okay. And they said that we would need to know that spirit is right with us and that we were supported. So I'm like, okay, I trust. And then February hit and COVID hit. And here we are, 4 years later, hardly any veil. And I mean, hardly. Like mesh. I don't even know. I can't even say there's a veil. Like for me personally, there's no veil. I haven't seen one in a long time. Anyway, so tonight there's a lot of activity throughout October. And tonight, throughout this entire portion of time that is the date lines and all of that, time zone stuff, that whole part that is the complete day that is Samhain, there is an accumulation of the energy of the whole last year, harvesting a bounty that is acknowledged and recognized, and all kinds of spirit comes in. And all those who crossed over, in my experience, this is how it's been, come all the way up and they show up and they're like, hey, let's chat, let's check out what's happened, what's gone on, who's done what, where we are. It's kind of like New Year's Eve, where you get the chance to kind of go over the whole year. And so it is. And that's how it plays out. And it always has. And for the last 30 some odd years of my experience, anyway, Halloween is a very, very busy time. And while that is on this side of the veil and on this side of the light, what's going on, and we have these wonderful transitions of, energies and lights, and there's a welcoming and there's a reunion happening, and there's all this wonderful stuff. And it's kind of like, as I've always said, it's like Grand Central Station at 5 o'clock on the busiest day of the week. And there's like this huge commotion. There's all this energy going on, frantic energy everywhere, happening everywhere, all these spirits. And then everybody gets on the train, the door's shut, everything is gone. And it's quiet, like really quiet. For me, it's been my experience. And there's nothing. You can hear a pin drop for like hours. And then I hear commotion starts again. And what that means to me is that there's this beautiful clearing out energy, a clearing out of energy that allows us this vacuumous kind of experience where a void becomes very evident, and we get a chance to clear out some stuff because the window's open and the truck is coming, so you get your garbage to the curb when you can. And so for all of this year, everything that you've gone through, everything you've considered, everything you've retrospected with on and about, you have a chance now this night to acknowledge. And the best part about the Day of the Dead is that the ancestors then come and they gather with us too. And then they can help us clear all this stuff from our world and from where we are that we don't need anymore. All the stuff that we don't need anymore. So one of the things I really think is important that everybody really needs to learn anyway is connection to spirit, especially now in this day and age. And so connection to spirit is one of the things we're going to talk about tonight. And some of you are familiar, some of the names I see here are familiar with this kind of connection, but it's extremely important for us to do this and for everyone to learn how to do this. The fact is that you are only learning how to do it consciously and in a conscious awareness. Your body systems, your body intelligence, your innate system, your heart, your soul, they already know all this stuff. And you're just kind of making them aware that you're in command of it, that you're now aware, that you're running the show here and that you're the one making the connections for yourself. So um yeah. Uh connection is extremely important. And then we're going to do some clearing. And the reason we're going to do that clearing is because, again, as I said, the truck is coming to the curb. Might as well get your stuff to it and, let it go while it's here, and the ancestors can help take it away. They are very impressed, by the way, past, present, future. When you're in that space, it is what it is. You're all, it's all relative to your perspective, right? Like time is simultaneous. The fact that we are in this focused intention right here, at this point, is just that we're in this point of intention. All those other lives are working, living, and existing, happening right now, simultaneously to this one for us. So, I know that's kind of trippy, but it's Samhain, it's Halloween, and we're all about the trip because that's what we're here for. All right, trying to line it up here. Okay, so the connection is really important. Then we're going to do the clearing because it's also very important, not just of the stuff of ourselves that we've let go of. Then most of us have done a lot of work over the last year because this whole year of 8 has been about that, moving through the flow, trying to get through the blocks, break down, clear out, flow freely, right? That's what this whole 8 year, the whole year of 8 has been about. So that clearing out is important for us from our physical, our emotional, our mental and spiritual awarenesses and well-being and feel, but also the darkness. Now, some of us have been doing work on our trauma. That's got to go too. And anything that's been accumulated and is stuck there, that's gonna go. Don't you worry about that. We're gonna get rid of that tonight. But also anything that's been attracted to you as not so nice stuff, because there's been some awareness that you can help it transcend. You can help it be transmuted, or you can help it just be released in whatever way it needs to. So, whatever it is that's happening for you tonight, whatever it is you're here to clear, whatever it is you're here to be empowered through, whatever it is, connect, clear, be free, and be empowered, because this is the powerful night for us to recognize who we are. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but to shine your light. It's one of the darkest times on this planet, a time when it needs our light the most. And that's why I'm here doing this live, because otherwise I would be out there burying my apples, having a glass of wine for the goddess and the god, and toasting my ancestors. But I'm here, and I'm happy to be here. Thrilled, actually, because what I'm going to teach you, and what some of you may not know yet, but what I'm going to teach you is the most important thing I think you'll ever find yourself learning and finding out, and that is how to connect to the highest levels of you. So, if everybody's ready, I think we ought to do this. Okay. So, is there anything else I need to cover beforehand? I'm so excited. I see all you. I am. I'm so excited. Okay. 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 All right. I feel spirit coming in. Actually, it's pretty cool. I'm just going to take a moment because a lot of people have a lot of spirit coming in. I just want you to know too, all of your loved ones are around you right now. It's a very powerful time for them too. It's very easy for them to connect with you. So if you think you see, smell, sense a loved one near you, you can trust that that's them, that that's them. Sisters, brothers, friends, mothers, fathers, you name it. This is the union. This is the reunion night, right? This is our union where they all come together and they're like, "Hey, there is nothing between us holding us apart. You see, we're right here. We're just in a different space than you remember us." And oftentimes we get caught up in looking for them where they're not anymore. And then we find ourselves really sad. So don't be there. See where they are? Yeah, they're right there around you. You're just got to open up to it. And the way to do it is to connect. Connect to you, your source, your highest parts. And then you'll find yourself tune into them because they also are there in that space. That is your highest parts. So, okay, everybody ready? Got my candles here, black and white candles. Got my little skulls. Got my beautiful larvicite skull. And this here is an anhydro for the ancestors. Millions of years old. The water in there is really cool. And of course, my witch's hat, my obsidian witch's hat, by no mistakes. Um, Cleanse your crystals, get your brooms out, right? Get your candles out, burn them. Get your birch bark, which I forgot to grab mine on the way through the door. Write your stuff out, burn it, get rid of it. Like I said, clear it out tonight, right? It's really powerful time for that. There's a new moon tomorrow morning. There's a new moon tomorrow morning. How perfect is that for timing? Perfect, because as we clear out all the old stuff, there's a new space opened up. And those seeds that you plant for the new moon will now really harvest for the next cycle, we'll say. Powerful time. Okay, take a nice deep breath. We need to breathe. The breath is so important for all of us. Okay, the breath is our connection to source. When you breathe, you're breathing in source. You're breathing in source energy. So take deep breaths. Get yourself comfortable in the chair that you're in, even on the couch that you're on, whatever it is for you. Just relax into that breath. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Make the sound. Make the sound. It's really important for us to make a sound. That expelling of that air works perfectly with the nervous system. And in the nervous system, that's where all your trauma is. All your thoughts sit in there. And then they send messages out to the rest of your body. And the body listens. The brain, the nervous system, the vagus nerve, they're all listening to you. Your cells are now listening to everything you say. When you affirm that you have this, that, or the other thing, they're like, okay, we got that. We'll give you more of it. You said so. So here we are, breathing in source. Source is going to cure you. Source can heal you if you let it. So you've got to really be open to breathing in source and breathing in light for yourself. So breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, making the noise, making the sound, because you're actually activating the nervous system. We're going to connect to those nervous systems tonight, clear some of that trauma out tonight so that it doesn't sit in your body and create any kind of issues for you. Breathe deep and just follow the sound of my voice. You might even hear my sidekick. That snore, by the way, if you can hear it, that's our trademark. That's her signature. That's a powerful, powerful elixir. Because when you tune into the snore, you're gone. Breathe in and out. Just keep breathing, listening to my voice, following along. I want you to think in your mind for a moment. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer it inside, but with strength and truth. Do you give permission right here, right now, to be healed and connected using your own energy? And I want you to answer truthfully. And we're asking inside your head only. You don't have to say it out loud if you don't want to, but you can if you can declare it out loud. But make it a clear yes. No yeah, no uh-huh, none of that. You want to own your power. Yes, I give permission to be healed using my own energy here, right now. Take another deep breath in and out. And I just want you to take a deep breath in and hold it for a count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and let it out for the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just breathe naturally now. Just breathe naturally. You've given permission to be healed using your own energy. You're sovereign. You are God, and you are free. You know what else? You do not consent to interference, do you? Make that a clear declaration. I do not consent to interference of any kind. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. So it is. So be it. Paying attention to your breath now, closing your eyes and going inside your body. Breathing naturally without any effort. Just listening inside quietly for a moment, following along with my words, making them your own. I want you to connect for a moment to your heart in a very simple question. I want you to take a moment, take a nice deep breath, let it in, and ask your heart, can you communicate with me? And I want you to wait for the yes, wait for the answer. There's a yes that's coming. It might take a moment. For some of you, this might be your first time ever asking your heart to connect to you, to communicate, ever even thinking that's possible, but knowing it is. And here's what you need to know also. Your heart knows exactly what to do here and from this moment on. So wait for the yes. And when you get the yes, I want you to take a nice deep breath in and let it out. Say thank you. Thank you, heart. Heart, I want to build some bridges. I want to make some connections. And the heart knows how to do this. So you don't have to ask it anything other than what you want. You just need to ask it to do the job, and it will do it. So follow along with my words and trust that your heart will follow along too. Heart, I want to build a bridge to the brain in my head. And wait for a moment because you'll feel a connection being made. You might have a sense that it's made. You might take a deep breath. You might just know. You might hear a very clear answer it's done, or something of that nature. Your heart knows what to do. So when that happens, take a deep breath and we'll move on. Heart, build me another bridge to the brain in my gut. That's right. And the heart knows there's a brain in the gut because the heart knows there are three brains, it being one of three. That heart now will build a bridge to the brain in your gut. Take a deep breath when you feel that complete. In through your nose, and out through your mouth. Feeling good, feeling strong. Now, the heart will continue on. Heart, wrap into bridge number 1 my sympathetic nervous system. The bridge to my head is bridge number 1. Wrap into that my sympathetic nervous system. And it does, because the heart knows what to do. It has an intelligence about it. It has a brain, and you're giving it commands, and they're followed by that brain. Wrap now heart into bridge number 2, the sympathetic parasympathetic nervous system rather. The parasympathetic nervous system wrapped into bridge number 2. You take a deep breath when you feel that's complete. For some of you, it comes quickly. For others, it's new. You have to trust this process. Trust that your heart knows what to do. Your body has an intelligence about it, and we don't give it nearly enough credit. We are the most sophisticated technology on this planet, and we are not acknowledging it. So I'm going to teach you here how to connect to it. The next connection we make is one of the most powerful ones. Heart, please build me a bridge now to my innate, to my body's intelligence, my body's operating system. You know that system that your body uses to help you breathe, to help your blood run, your blood pump, your heart pump, help you heal when you've been sick or when you've cut your finger? That's an intelligence that you can tap into. Your heart knows how to connect you to it. So heart, build a bridge to my innate, my body's intelligence, my operating system. And when you're connected to that, you'll more than likely take a big, deep breath, whether you like it or don't. Because that big, deep breath might even induce a yawn. That's connected to your vagus your vagus nerve, your vagus system, your nervous system. Heart, thank you for connecting us to innate. Innate, can you communicate with me? Is the next question. And as innate will answer you because innate is there for you. Your body is already connected. You've just not consciously made that connection. You will feel, sense, know, or yawn a definite reply. You'll know it. Innate. Scan those nervous systems, the sympathetic in bridge number 1 and the parasympathetic in bridge number 2. Synchronize those systems. Oftentimes they are not synchronized, and they cause us all kinds of issues. You'll feel it. You may start yawning. You may start yawning big time, and that's okay. Yawns are a good sign. Yawn is connected directly to the parasympathetic nervous system. It's an involuntary action. It's your body's nervous system releasing trauma, energy that's been holding in certain places and spaces that you don't need anymore. Keep this connection going. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Heart, build us another bridge, please, to our higher self, please. The heart will build a bridge to your higher self, and everyone has one. Everyone has a higher self. You'll feel that connection being made. And when you do, you can ask, higher self, can you communicate with me? And when you feel that connection, take a nice deep breath and we'll move on. Beautiful. Higher self, build another bridge to the team in spirit. Now, higher self will build a bridge for you to your team in spirit, connecting you to the higher levels of assistance. Everybody has a team in spirit. We all have a guide and an angel that everybody came with. All right, there's a few exceptions, but they're not part of this call. Everybody comes with a guide and an angel. They're our buddy system. We weren't sent here by ourselves to face this alone. Our team is there for you, offering direction and guidance, empowerment and encouragement, always. So, higher self, keep that connection to the team in spirit open, strong, flowing. Yeah. We're going to connect once more to the highest source energy. Heart, build us one more bridge, please. Build us a bridge now to the Prime Creator, to the original one, to our source. And that, you will know when you have that connection made. And take a nice deep breath when that happens. Source, Prime Creator, the original one. We are all connected to it. It's how we are here. It is how we are existing. Take a nice deep breath. Feel that connection. Know that you are God, that you are sovereign, your own authority, and you are free. We're going to do two more things. Innate, can you come online and communicate once more? And you're going to wait for that yes, the knowing, the feeling, the sense. Innate, we're going to ask you to search the fields, scan the fields, scan the physical body for all darkness, all trauma, all toxins that need to be released and are ready to be discharged to the ethers. And where you find them, do that very thing, please. Discharge that electrical current and dissolve it if you can, or transmute it into the ethers. And take a nice deep breath, and you might feel that actually moving through you. Your physical body might start releasing in ways that you might not expect. Just go with the flow. Innate, scan the etheric bodies now. Scanning the chakra bodies, chakras 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Clearing any darkness from within, any implants, any embeddeds, any interference, hooks, psychic plants, whatever it may be for anybody that may be plagued by anything. And they're ready to let go and be free, sovereign beings. Where you find those impairments, dissolve them through all chakras into the ethers to be transmuted into love and light, for they no longer serve this density. They are meant to be transcended. Take a nice deep breath if you feel that happening. You might want to move around a little bit, get your body moving. If you have water with you, which I do highly recommend, have a little sip now. It's a good time. Yeah. Innate searching the auric fields 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 9 as well, through all 11 dimensions of darkness here on this density and in this planetary experience, clearing out generational curses, traumas, hindrances and interferences, influences that are no longer of beneficial nature. We call on those ancestors to be with us here, to assist us in the clearing out, and as they make their way in their transitions into the nether worlds, they can take this stuff with them. Clearing it out from your fields, your chakras, and your physical body. Innate will make that happen. And in some cases, that might alleviate pain, discomfort, and even illness from some people. Just know everything is energy. And when you change the energy in your life, change the experience of your life. That's how it works. It's how we operate. And it's these systems that I just connected you to that help you do that. Deep breath in, let it go. You are now connected to the highest parts of you, to all of the systems that you need to be connected to in order to function fully in this physical experience as a spiritual being. You're connected not only to your heart and the brain there, in your head and in your gut. In your gut, that's your intuition. That's a direct connection to source. That's why that's important. Follow your gut instincts. It's extremely important. Pay attention to the brain in your head. Yeah, that one's important too. All of it is important. Higher self, trusting your innate, connecting to creator. Every bit of it matters. And every bit of it is your empowerment. And every bit of it secures you in this experience, strong and with strength in those spiritual muscles. So that when things get tough and rough and the waves of energy flow, some of them are tidal waves and tsunamis, you got this. You're grounded. You're good. You're connected. You can wave around, you can float around, you can fly around, you can wave all over the place if you have to, but you're connected. And ground yourself. So we're going to take a moment and do that now too. Now that we've made our connections to all of those parts of us in the higher realms, we're going to take a moment, take a nice deep breath, and imagine your base of your spine. And at the base of the spine, there's a trap door that opens, and like a tree trunk, there's a rooting system that now emerges. And as you are now connected to all of the higher selves and the higher aspects of yourself, the higher systems that you are here to work with, you can ground yourself into this experience fully unified and strong. So that tree trunk that comes down from the base of your spine goes down through the floor beneath you and down through the layers of the world that you live on, all the layers of dirt and rock, and right down into the magma, if you so believe that there is a fiery center to this planet. Whatever it is for you, feel yourself grounded here. Feel yourself, know yourself connected here. And as a unified being, connected, strong, and solid, you got this. You can face whatever. And you can transmute darkness now in ways that you've never done it before. And so that's what we're going to do now. You're going to take a nice deep breath once more in through the nose and out through the mouth. Feeling strong, connected, solid, powerful. You are source energy. manifested as the magnificent being that you are here being right now. You are light and you're meant to shine. You're meant to shine bright. And now that you've made this connection, you can shine in the brightest ways possible. And you can clear out all those things that stop you from shining, that prevent that shine from coming through you, that prevent you from being the light bright that you're here to be. So here we go. Go inside your heart space. Go inside your heart space. Inside that space, you're going to find a little tiny flame. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. For some, it's just a spark. For others, it's a flame. And they see it. You know it. You feel it's there. And even if you can't see it right away, it's there. You can trust that it's there. Do you know how you know? Because you live and breathe, my friend. That animated force is the spark that animates your life. That is creator force coming through you. Spirit that you are. Find the flame inside your heart space and breathe into it. Breathe love into it for who you are, how amazing you are, how magnificent this whole incredible experience is, how even evil itself, darkness itself, is a wonderful blessing. We wouldn't know what light is if we did not have darkness. It's a beautiful thing, this paradox, this beautiful polarity we live in. What else is beautiful is that we can transmute and transcend that darkness because it doesn't always have to stay dark. So breathe into the light of your heart space. Breathe love into that space, into that beautiful experience that you're having here as a human. This amazing experience that not everybody gets to have. Just a few select of us. All right, 8 billion seems like a lot, but still. Big deep breaths, breathing into that light until it begins to fill your heart space. And once you feel it fill your heart space, you might even feel it get warm. And as it gets warm, it begins to expand to fill your body. Every one of your trillions of cells are electrical in nature and are all lit up with your light. And they love it. So they light up even brighter. They receive the light that you now are magnifying from within your heart space. And they light you up, shining your light from within, emanating a beautiful glow. The beautiful light that you are. Keep breathing into that heart space. Keep watching the light expand. And as it expands beyond the heart space, and every cell in your body begins to receive it, it also expands beyond the heart, body, and now into your field. 6 to 12 feet off of your physical body, there is a field of energy. And it is within that field of energy that your light will shine. That's what attracts people to you. That's where your good vibes are felt. That's where you shoot them out. And that's where you receive stuff in. Fill your field with that light. Fill it and shine it bright. And watch what happens in your world. Now you're a beautiful, illuminated being. Others will find your light. They'll be drawn to it, attracted by it. And they'll come to you. And I will tell you, sometimes it is the most incredible miracle you'll ever experience. So shine that light. Because why not? Why wouldn't you want to experience that beautiful light and the miracles that it can bring? Keep breathing. Keep expanding the light. Shining it bright. Loving your light. Loving you. Loving this experience. Loving this moment. Loving Halloween. Loving the ancestors. Loving the darkness even. Because, darkness isn't bad. It isn't all evil. Many good things come from the darkness. Babies grow in darkness. Seeds are always planted in darkness. Some of the most incredible things come to light from the darkness. Just as in this experience, too. Breathing in the light, letting go of the darkness, being grateful for the darkness that you've experienced and that has taught you something about yourself, that you don't need to hold it. You can let it go. You can release it. Now take another nice deep breath in, folks, and let it go. And I want you to give thanks to yourself, to your heart, to your brains, all three of them, to your ancestors, to your higher self, to your team and spirit, to your innate system, body's intelligence, operating system, and of course to the Almighty One, the prime creator, the original one, source, sent you here. Shine your light bright, folks. Count yourself back. Take 5 nice deep breaths in. Ready? Here we go. Coming back from 5. 5, 4, 3. Wiggle some toes. 2. Big smiles. And 1. Feeling refreshed, empowered, enlightened, connected, strong, solid, unified. You got this. And you know what? Everything is going to work out. Everything is always working out for us. And I know, because I've seen into the future, we have won. It's not just something they say. It's not just something that gives us hope. It is a fact and it is a reality that we experience because we've done this work today, because we've done the work we've been doing. Anybody wants to know this connection? If you don't remember it, if this video disappears for some reason, and you want this connection, PM me. This is something I teach people. This is something I do in my work with people. And what I just did for you tonight, if you can do this and learn this and do this for yourself every single day, you're changing your life and you're going to change this world. And that's what we're here for, folks. We are the ground crew. Boots on the ground, which is why I started the Divine Warrior Boot Camp. Because we've got work to do and there's a lot of it. We've got some transmuting to take care of. We've got some light to shine. So thank you all so very much for being with me tonight. Well, hello there, Zoe. And I wish everyone the most blessed, sacred Samhain. It is such an incredible time. Shine your light. You know, that's what pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns and all of those things are for, to guide the way. Because our light is what it's all about. Light in the darkness. And that's where we are, folks. So shine it bright. And no, the new moon tomorrow is going to bring us some wonderful new experiences in the next little while because we did this work tonight. So let me know. Mwah. And I might just find myself on another live tomorrow night answering questions, psychic questions, tarot questions, whatever. Maybe even some dosing rods. We'll see. We'll see. It is the new moon, and I've been trying to do the full and the new. So we'll see. But until then, namaste. Honor yourself, the role you play, the ancestors that you've been, and the futures you will be. God bless you all. Thank you so much. and let the goddess bless you too. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you too. Thank you. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye now.